This video I want to show you how to do an APA works cited for a journal article with more than one author. Here's the information of the journal name and the volume and the page numbers. Here are your authors. Here's the main title and then the subtitle separated by the colon, and this is a two-tier title. So let's get back to the I copied and pasted this data to a Word document. To do this, the first thing you would do is you would take the very first name you're given. Do not alphabetize the names beyond this. This is your lead author. It's important that he be first, regardless of the letter of his last name. So this is going to be Levine T.R., comma. APA really wants the first name and the middle name to be initialized, always. And then it's always going to be last name first in the list of authors. So the next one we have is Kim, Rachel K. It's Rachel K. Kim. Kim is the last name. But for APA, leave it like that. It's going to be Kim. R, comma, and then the ampersand. And we're going to have the last author here, Hamel, LM. So it's going to be Hamel, LM. Alright, so let's put a space right here. That's our authors list. Now notice that the and symbol or the ampersand is used, not the word AND, when you have more than one author. And it's always going to be right before the last author in the list, right here. It's not Levine TR and Kim RK and Hamel. The ampersand goes right before the last one. Next is the year, 2010. Now for journal articles, you do not need to put a month in there, just the year, period. Now next is the author, the title of the article, and we do this, we capitalize this sentence style. So for every title you have, now here we have two titles, a main title and a subtitle. For these two titles, you take each one and you capitalize it as you would a sentence. So the first word is always going to be capitalized. And then within that rest of the title, any proper name needs to be capitalized. So here we're going to have people. Now up here, the journal article itself, as it was printed out in house style, doesn't have any quotation marks around the title. You don't put that around the actual title as it is. But here they decided to do some information, to put it in single tick. This is all very weird. It's unique. It's idiosyncratic. It's house style. For APA, you simply are going to have to follow the protocol regardless of how they have it in the article as a published article, and you don't need to put any quotation marks around the title of an article. Just capitalize it as you would a sentence. So people lie for a reason, colon. Now we have the second title, so this one needs to be capitalized like a sentence. 3 experiments. It would help if I could spell today. 3 documenting the principle of veracity, period. Now the journal title, that's different from the journal article title. The journal title is right here, Communication Research Reports. This gets italicized down below in our entry, so it's going to be Communication Research Reports. The comma gets italicized, and then the volume number gets italicized, 27. And we're going to remove the italics, so I am back to straight edged font here. I'm going to put open parentheses, the issue number right next to it, comma, and then page numbers. 271 to 285. Now notice I left the redundant numbers in, 271 to 285, not 271 to 271-85. I could have erased this and you would have understood it, right? I mean, we understand what this is. But APA wants all the page numbers in from the beginning of the article to the end without omitting any redundant numbers. So just go ahead and do that. We put period and we're done. So some things to remember. Don't omit any redundant numbers. Put the issue number in parentheses right next to the volume number. And the comma, the volume number, and the journal name needs to be italicized. The article title gets capitalized like a sentence, the main title does, also the subtitle. And the ampersand will go before the last author in the author list if you have more than one author. Now, I do have to, this is fine, alright? Now, some people will want it under hanging indentation like this, just so that you can put other sources right underneath and it's easy to see by the eye. And also, others will say, well, look, this is probably continuous pagination. That means issue 1 went from something like page number 1 to page 87. Issue 2 did something like page 88 to 165. Issue 3 did 166 to, I don't know, 270. And then issue 4 did 271 to 285. Or 271 to, 350. That's continuous pagination. And when you have that, some teachers will say, well, then you don't need the issue number. You need the issue number only when each individual issue is starting again at page number 1. That's true. You're technically 100% correct that way. If you just add the extra information, most people are probably not going to fuss with you, and then you don't have to worry about figuring out whether the journal article is continuous or discontinuous pagination. It's discontinuous if it starts at the page number 1 for every issue. It's continuous if the page numbering goes from 1 to 500 over the 4 issues, all right, or something like that.